Hello, my dear gardeners. How to turn this necessary evil, this storage area, the utility area in our garden, into something beautiful and fitting well into the design of the garden? Well, that is a big challenge for people who garden on a smallish lot, like I do. I know it doesn't look like my garden is small, but I'm gardening on 1/5 of an acre, and it is challenging for me. So let's talk about turning something ugly but very necessary into something beautiful. The general requirements for the utility area is that it must work well. This is the first one. I see so many gardeners trying to hide this area, so they're putting so much effort into it that it's not functional. And I have to make sure that I'm in and out of this area and it's not giving me extra headache, because then it's not working, right? I want it to be pretty year-round. I want it to be in the shaded area, because sun is really bad for all the waste, especially when you have small garden and you eat your pasta somewhere in close proximity of the utility area. So, I am full of demands, but I created something beautiful recently in the garden. Look at this. This is my wattle fence, and I was thinking about this idea for 2 years. I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my garden, with my garbage, and this area was always the area where all the garden waste would end up. And right here, come here and look at this. This area here is right now a storage for all the twigs, which are golden in my garden. I'm not going to get rid of them because there are several projects which I still have to do in the garden before the summer ends. And look at all this. This is the storage area, and it's pretty big. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm going to store some of the bins which are sitting there at the side of my house here. It's easy entrance here. Once all these sticks are out, I'm going to move them out, place them under our holly tree. There is a space there on another side. That's another hiding space in my garden. You see that big one, that big holly tree? We didn't trim the bottom branches, and it's a space to store all sorts of things. So I'm going to move this out, put all my bins in here, not all of them, only the garbage waste, which goes out once every 2 weeks, so it's not going to be difficult to do this extra manure, move them out and put them to the street. I don't think that would be extra difficult. I'm ready to compromise on that extra step. And as a result, my garbage area is going to be looking better because we have good bins there. Let me show you here. And there's another thing with my garden. We have 2 entrances into the backyard. Our front yard is fairly small, backyard is much bigger. But the entrance is through the side here, one of the entrances. And where do people come in? Through my maintenance area. So, all these, I have 3 bins here, garden waste bins. They're going to go in there. We're keeping our wood in this container. This container is going to go there at the back, and there will be plenty of spaces to keep it all there. And then we will have our recyclable and trash containers here, nicely put in the corner. There is space to walk, and hopefully this area will look so much better. So let's begin. Almost 70% of people who are watching this YouTube channel, they're not subscribed. Please do me a favor, subscribe to keep track of future exciting events in my garden, and it will allow me to create more videos for you. sometimes drainage can be an issue with the garbage. Near the side of our garden, our garbage sits on the cement slabs, and whatever spills out is not really pretty looking there. I think that would be an improvement here, this area, because any spillage, whatever, will go straight into the soil. This area is covered with pine needles, will absorb the extra fluids so much better. So that is an improvement. And look how much space there is here. This branch is annoying. Oh gosh, all the needles falling off. I probably will get rid of this branch altogether. This area needs more sun. Now is the time to clip all my twigs, which are coming on this side of the fence. Since I did this fence recently, you really liked it, and I liked it too, and it's going to be a wonderful addition to my garden. Look at this. I didn't have a chance to take all the sticks which are sticking out since this area was so congested, but now I can do it. Oh gosh, they're getting dry already, these sticks, and they don't want to be trimmed. This way these edges are not going to be caught in close, or the bins, and things are going to be smoother here. I like this space here. Looks good. Sun comes through a bit. And hopefully it will serve me for many good years here. Okay, it's all good here. All right, now let's see how the bins are going to fit here. So I have 3 garbage garden waste bins. I have one bin where we store our wood firewood for our fireplace, and we have one bin where my husband stores seeds for birds. Although we are going to get rid of this bird feeder. Oh my gosh, what is this here? Something fell. Because I was battling with Lyme disease recently. I'm fully recovered, but I don't want to get sick again, so extra attraction of all the wildlife in our garden is not welcomed, unfortunately. So the minute we are finished with the seeds, this bin is not going to be here. So first, what is going to go into my area there would be this. We're not moving it a lot. We are using it only in winter to have access to dry wood. So this would be the first one there. I decided to place some of the sticks here in the middle of the lawn, since I have 2 projects to do. The arch there from treated wood and cover it with heavier sticks. Let's see how that goes. And I want to do the gate into my garden, also rustic looking. So those sticks are waiting for next 2 projects here. Let's see how this goes. All right, here we go. You go here, you get your wood, you go back. Now let's see the bins. Oh wow, that's a lot of space there, I love it. Can you see the stuff from behind the fence here? You can see a little bit, but not much. The wattle fence is kind of masking it all. I can see that that's a utility area, but it is pretty looking, and it's going to be like this year round, winter, spring, summer, fall. And by the way, my little decorative nest here is constantly troubled, who knows by whom, maybe by birds. They are ruffling it out. Sometimes the picture falls out. I'm curious what birds are thinking about that. They're probably thinking, oh my gosh, huge eggs in the middle of, at the beginning of the fall. This one is empty. It's important to have good access to this area. I think I have it. Yeah, it needs more space in the air here. 3 more bins can fit here. But I'm not going to do it. I want this area to be airy, functional, easy to go in and out. So I go in, I place my garden waste here, and it's all hidden. Good, good. I think this area is lighter, it's better here. Oh, I like how the whole view is opening to the garden. My petunia, I had vacation last week, so I wasn't here. So my petunia stopped blooming, and I'm not sure why, what's the reason, maybe drought, maybe lack of sun, because I moved it 2 weeks ago. So hopefully this extra opening will do good for my plants here and for the evergreen, no, it's not really evergreen, it's a green hedge here, which becomes deciduous for winter. It's a deciduous hedge. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? It's a deciduous hedge. It's not evergreen, but it doesn't like all the shade here, so you see how it's thinning out at the back? So this extra light will compensate for that, I hope. If not, if my petunia is not going to bloom, I'm going to take more branches out and make this area semi-shade. So there, my garbage area, pretty bins, all other waste, garden waste is tucked away. I think it's an improvement, and everybody who is coming into my garden, they're not going to look at this. This is a nice corner here, but they're going to look at wattle fence and all this flow of perennials, and there, the entrance into the garden. Unsightly things are not going to distract my visitors. Well, my dear gardeners, be well, and I will see you in our next video. Happy gardening!